Build me a road, dear, and I will come running, no matter how long or how far it may be. Y'all remember that song? I have the light from your love, dear, to guide me. I promise I'll be there whenever you need. Y'all remember when In Vogue broke up a little bit and Terry Ellis went out on her own and sang that song, Wherever You Are? Oh my God, I miss those BET Midnight Love songs so much. Y'all, happy new year, happy 2025. For those of y'all who did not catch the show on Friday, I know I didn't announce. Believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying this to y'all, wide bike, downtrodden, cubicle working assholes. I missed y'all. I really did. I had absolutely nothing to do Friday, and there was just a yearning in my heart. And I missed y'all. I missed doing this. And that's what made me jump on my computer and give y'all a show on Friday. I know a lot of y'all are looking at my skin and thinking to yourself, dang, it really looked good. Um, hold on. And the reason, or part of the reason outside of genetics, y'all already know this. I'm a model. I got a call. I got off the phone today with the people over at Buttah Skincare, and they said that one of my campaigns that I am doing with them is going to start running tomorrow. So y'all gonna see my beautiful face all over the internet and the computer promoting Buttah skincare products. Y'all, I feel like I'm Cindy Crawford or somebody. Y'all know how Cindy Crawford got the Cindy Crawford collection at at Rooms to Go. Like, y'all, I'm somebody. Listen, I was in here washing dishes today. I was washing dishes, and I was like, you know what? I could be like some of the housewives girls walking around talking about all these businesses I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Candy Burris. I got all these businesses. So I am a model and a skincare ambassador for Buttah skincare products. Okay. And listen, these are the first products that I got a whole bunch that I'm introducing y'all to, but these are the ones I want y'all to start out with. All right, you got to start out with the foundation. If your face is like a pepperoni pizza, you got cystic acne, you got all that stuff going on, go to my Instagram page right now and click the link in my bio to get these first two products. I promise y'all these are the first two you need, and I'm not going to make this long. These are the cleansing cloths. Every time you wash your face, you want to wash your face with a brand new towel. And see, some of y'all hoes be thinking y'all better than the girls, talking about, oh, you know, I use a separate towel to wash my face than I do to wash my ass. And newsflash, towels hold bacteria. Whether you're using a new one to wash your face or your ass, towels hold. Matter of fact, you should be watching your hoo-ha with one of these. Beautiful thing about these silky soft Buttah towels is that every time you wash your face, you have a brand new disposable hypoallergenic towel that also has exfoliating properties. And then last but not least, and this will not break the bank, guys, you want to get your Buttah skincare transformation kit. It's a three process kit. It's a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a vitamin C serum to help you tone your face. I got off the call with my connect over at Buttah today, and she was like, oh my God, Funky Dineva, we are so glad that we did this partnership with you because of all the influencers that we've ever teamed up with. Like, you had a large amount of sales very quickly. So Funky Bunch, shouts out to y'all. Please be sure to go get your Buttah skincare products. Last but not least, y'all, before we get this show started, we're gonna light this. We gotta light our candle. Now I'm trying to think, am I in an 11:11 mood or am I in a 3:05 mood? I think we're gonna have a crunk show tonight, so I am going to light my 3:05 candle. If you out there in the Funky Bunch with me and you got your candle, I want you to light it too. And guys, this week is going to be the last week that I'll be offering 20% off on the candles. We have no guests tonight. Why is this the wrong? Oh, yeah, we have no guests tonight. So my candle link's gonna be running at the bottom of the screen. But y'all, you get a bundle of 3. You get the 305 candle, which is more like a daytime candle. It's energetic, citrusy, smells real good, make you feel real upbeat and want to shimmy your shoulders. And then you got 1111, which is your calming, soothing, sit down with your man, watch Matlock late at night, drink your wine. And it also comes with a linen spray to spray on your sheets. Now, if you want to impress a man or a woman, baby, y'all hoes don't know about linen spray and having perfume sheets, baby. Y'all don't know about having perfume sheets. You want to get this spray. And guys, you can go to the link down below or to my Instagram page and use promo code FUNKY20 to get 20% off. The bundle is $111, but with the promo code, y'all can get it for $88. And let me put the promo code in here for the slow girls in the bike. Promo code. Oh my God, I can't wait till I have a producer or somebody working the teleprompter and doing all this stuff so I can stop being so janky. Promo code FUNKY20. Last but not least, for everybody who was getting ready to go to the cruise, I talked to Legra today and I talked to the Q Dogs. I talked to Legra. Let me tell y'all what Legra said. Legra said that we have 265 people who signed up for the Funky Bunch crew. That's a lot of hunching, y'all. Baby, that is a lot of hunching. We got the Qs, the Kappas, the Alphas. I didn't extend no invitation to the Sigmas, and I didn't extend one to the Iotas. If they just happen to be on the boat, that's their business, okay? But I talked with the Qs, the Kappas, and the Alphas who are also putting something together because I know a lot of the Funky Bunch is single ladies, and they're going to be there to knock y'all socks off. If you put a pineapple on your door and you want 4, 5, 6 of them to come in your cabin and bang your box in that little room, we got a Q dog for you. If you just want somebody to stroke you and caress you and feel pretty and use your Buttah skincare products with you, we have a member of Kappa Alpha Psi for you. And if you want somebody to sit down and think they smarter than you and think they smarter than you and talk politics and social issues all day, then we got the alphas that'll be in the building. However your coochie set up, however it's set up, whether it need to be pounced on like a trampoline with the Q dogs, cuddled and caressed with the Kappas, or spoken life and education into by the alphas, it's going to be a man on that cruise for you. She said 265 people registered, but catch this, y'all. She said there are about 70 of you guys who did not book the experience. All right. So listen, if like your husband, your boyfriend, or somebody's coming that's not a part of the Funky Bunch, and they're not going to necessarily want to be around all of us, then it's fine that that person did not book the experience. If you have only paid for your cruise and you did not pay for the experience, then you will not be with me and you will not be with us. You will simply just be a random person on the Virgin Cruise. You have to book the Funky experience in order to gain access to all of the things that are specifically carved out for the Funky Bunch on the cruise. With that being said, what y'all hoes drinking? I'm gonna drink a little water because my friend Trina about to come over here and we getting ready to watch the Luther Vandross documentary. I have not watched it yet, but since I rolled into this naturally, I'm gonna skip the political corner and I'm going to go straight to my Luther Vandross story. Oh, why didn't this update? Oh, this did not update because it's not on the same Wi-Fi. Bam. This needs to be on Q's Wi-Fi, not my T-Mobile. See, when you rich like me and you got all these square feet and multiple floors and stuff, you got multiple routers in your house because house so big, one internet signal don't even take care of the whole house. I got one back here in the bike and I got another one up there in the front of the house. House so big, I need two internet boxes. Y'all don't know about it. Y'all don't know about it. You would think I'd show my ass up to work. Lord, the stories ain't even loading. Just ghetto. We ain't gonna be ghetto for long, y'all. I promise y'all pretty soon I'm gonna be able to announce something to y'all. And it's gonna make all this hard work and y'all patience in working with me. It's gonna make it all worth it pretty soon. Let me get the stories up. Just ghetto. Nevertheless, how y'all doing? Y'all poured y'all wine? Did you pour your wine? Here's the vibe, a sip of wine, some candlelight. I undress for you, baby. A sip of wine, we take our time, then I'll undress you too. I look at you, you look at me, and then we both embrace. And then we just let nature take its place. Y'all don't know about that SWV from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. While I'm sitting here trying to kill time until this email comes across because my computer ain't loading. That's that SWV. Boy, I'll give it all night. Anyway, so while I'm waiting on these emails to load, Trina on her way over here, we are going to watch the Luther Vandross documentary. But Patti LaBelle's team seems to be upset. Why isn't this? Oh, God. Come on. Y'all, everything broke. Y'all, excuse me. Just damn janky. Here we go. Here we go. I'm so glad that I will not be an operation of one really soon. Really, really, really soon. All right. Here we go. Luther Vandross's team is upset with Say My Name, Patti. Now, we're going to really take our time and let this one breathe. I haven't seen the documentary, but I saw the clip and I saw a lot of people saying that in the documentary, people were upset, or Luther Vandross's family, friends, close loved ones were upset because Patti LaBelle got on Watch What Happens Live and she outed Luther. I'm going to play this clip from the documentary and then we are going to talk about it.
Back then, if he was gay, the thought of, quote, coming out, that he couldn't bear it. He'd rather be alone than have that stigma attached.
Yeah,
One of the things that really pissed me off is there were people who have talked about.
All right, it's real low. This is a janky clip that I took from Neighborhood Talk. Nevertheless, for those of you guys who remember, Patti LaBelle went on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy Cohen prompted her about a question about Luther Vandross' sexuality, and he asked him something along the lines of, did he ever struggle with coming out? And Patti LaBelle says, she told a very vulnerable and deep truth. She said that, yes, essentially his mother was an evangelist in the church and that he never wanted to disappoint his mother and bring upon the shame and the stigma and all that stuff, and essentially confirmed the fact that Luther Vandross was gay. Now, here's the thing about this, right? I honestly do not think that there is a person alive that ever thought Luther Vandross was straight. I think that what we did with Luther is the same thing we do with the minister of music in the church, is that we know they're gay, but we don't treat them as such as long as they don't admit it or come out. We turn a blind eye and we build fairy tales in our head and sandcastles in the sky, and we don't out of sight, out of mind type of thing. I think everybody knew Luther was gay. Secondly, for my gay people out there and for my friends who are friends of gay people, when somebody asks you, is Vanessa gay? And you be like, ooh, I ain't getting into all of that. Or if you be like, ooh, that ain't my business to tell, you need to ask her. Or if you be like, ooh, I'm gonna let her tell it. I want to let you know that if your objective is to protect your friend, you really are passively spilling their tea. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I necessarily condone lying, but if it's all about protecting your friend, I don't understand why you just don't say no, or why you just say, I don't know. But when you do this whole, oh, I'm going to let him tell it, or that's his to tell, or I'm going to go with whatever. So the funny thing about it is I found it very peculiar that the people in this Luther documentary, from the clip that I watched, they were expressing their upset with Patti LaBelle, but in my God honest opinion, they did the very same thing she did, just in a roundabout way. The black guy on the show was like, I am going to protect Luther's legacy, and I am going to, I'm paraphrasing here. He said, I am going to protect Luther's legacy, and I am going to go along with whatever he was saying. Well, sir, you just put a whole word salad together to let us know that he was gay. I also find it peculiar, and I want to reach out to Phil Thornton. Shouts out to Phil Thornton. He texted me earlier today, asked me had I seen the documentary. I hadn't. He sent me a link. I'm going to watch it and do a review on it tomorrow. But I'm going to ask Phil, why was Patti LaBelle not included in the documentary? I think that that's more disrespectful than the fact that Patti was sitting up here outing him and Luther's friends were talking about it. But nevertheless, Patti LaBelle and friends are not happy with it. Here is the thing. Patti didn't mean no harm. She didn't mean no harm. Luther's legacy was not tarnished because nobody ever thought Luther was gay. And quiet as it's kept, I just think all of this is fake outrage. Not to mention the people on the TV who were expressing upset about Luther being gay, they were gay. They were visibly gay. So you got a bunch of visibly gays sitting up here mad with somebody for outing somebody. The simple fact that he was close friends with y'all is indicative of the fact that he was gay. So miss me with the fake outrage. Like, miss me with the fake outrage. Luther mama knew he was gay. Luther community knew he was gay. The fans knew he was gay, and we don't care. And the beautiful thing I want to point out about Luther Vandross's music and August Alsina, I hope it debunks this whole notion that you have to be either gay or straight in order to sing songs that people can connect with. People are still playing Here and Now as they walk down the aisle at their wedding. And it ain't got to be about him. It ain't got to be about him singing to a man, because he wasn't singing to a man. He wasn't singing to a woman. He wasn't singing to nobody. He was singing a beautiful love song that was meant to be translated by whomever for whatever purpose they wanted to be translated for. That's where it starts and stops. Same thing with August Alsina. He over there getting it down with Zoo or Zoe or whatever his name is. And so what? It does not change the impact that his music had. R. Kelly sitting over there fucking donkeys, dogs, and hamsters and putting gerbils up his ass. And that don't keep y'all from singing the greatest sex that was ever had. All right? Because you close your eyes, you spread your legs, and you think about whoever the hell you was laying down with and who you want to be here and now with. All right? So miss me with all of that. Patti LaBelle, if you was bad as you said you is, Patti, you really would just get on Instagram and cuss their ass out. That's what I would have did. I'd have cussed their ass out and let that be on the CNN. Okay. Moving right along, guys. We normally do the political corner first, but since I had segued into Luther, knock that out. Let's jump into the political corner real quick. And everybody wants to talk about the handshake that was seen and heard from around the world. Check out, how Senator Debbie Fischer's husband refused to shake Vice President Kamala Harris's hand before she swore the senator in.
Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, sure.
Back just a little bit. There you go. Thank you so much. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Hold it. Ready? 1.
All right. So I'm going to have to make this one short and sweet because y'all know I have a very short tolerance for the race stuff. And I also said, like, this year with Trump getting ready to come into office, that I was dedicated to making this platform a safe space for us as Black people to not have to deal with all this nasty race stuff, because for me, emotionally, it's just too much. This is a different level of nasty. It's a different level of hatred. It's a different level of nasty. What happened to, at a bare minimum, just faking the funk at work? And we all know how to do it. What's it? Grin and bear. Just grin and bear it. The second thing, I talked about this during the election. I miss the days where you were a Republican, you were an independent, I was a Democrat. You had your vote for George Bush sign in your yard. My dad had his vote for Bill Clinton sign in his yard. Tommy's dad had vote for Mary Poppins in their yard. And we still backed out of the driveway every morning, went to work, waved at everybody, and it did not change the camaraderie that we had amongst one another amongst neighbors, amongst village, amongst community. We simply just had a difference of political ideology. Somewhere along the way, marking yourself Republican meant you had to take on this stance, this behavior, this attitude, and the same with Democrat, Republican, so on and so forth. What I'm not understanding for the life of me is that you don't even know this woman personally, and she don't even know you. So what's the hatred about? Like, it's listen. You can think she's incompetent. You can think she's a poor leader. You can think she's a weak leader. You can think she's a horrible person in office. You can think all of those things, but I'm not understanding what it is about you and your difference in political ideology that has you being, that was an act of violence. It wasn't rude and it wasn't unprofessional. It was an act of violence. I learned that from Iyanla, because it was violent. Iyanla said, because the impact that it has on one, it's a violent impact. That was an act of violence, all while holding the Bible. All while holding the Bible. And then, it made me think to myself that quote, and forgive me for paraphrasing here, that says, the Black woman is the number one most disrespected woman. If that, and it's just double compounded because she's a woman and she's Black. I don't feel like he would have did it if it was a man, even if it was a Black man. I don't feel like he would have did it, but I feel like he tried her on the basis of race and color. Not to mention, when your wife got home, she really should have cussed your ass out, because that petty juvenile act upstaged her moment. This has probably got to be one of the highlights of this lady's life, being sworn in as a senator. And you mean to tell me that you could not fake it for how long does a handshake last? A second and a half? Just to get through it. It was rude, it was condescending, it was nasty, and not all, and this particular faction of white America, in the words of Mariah Huck, like she told Dr. Jackie, you're showing your skirt. Here is what I want. I love that the Democratic side of the party is slowly starting to grasp the idea that being classy is a waste of time, being polite is a waste of time, and slowly they're getting on board with the Republicans in terms of just being real people and cussing bitches out. I know it'll never happen in office because it means a lot to her and her personal legacy to handle herself with style and grace. I just want her and Michelle Obama both to write a book where they just really, with all the neck rolling, finger popping, and lip smacking, let us know how they really feel about a lot of these people. I'm just dying. And I know Kamala's a strong woman. She's heard and seen a lot. But for this to happen to somebody, that's got to chip away at your soul, being the vice president of the United States and still not being looked at as good enough to garner enough respect for a simple handshake. That's all right, Kamala. You're the vice president. He's just a racist saltine. Moving right along, guys, on the last race story, and then we're going to get back up because I know y'all wanted me to talk about this one. We have got to get into the Virginia nurse who was going out of her way to break the bones of Black newborn babies in the NICU. She abused at least 7 or whatever. I'm not going to read the story because it's long and it's disturbing. I know everybody has seen about it and has been talking about it today. But here, again, is what I want to say. You have got to be a special level of nasty to break. There's levels to the shit, right? So to break anybody's bones, right? But then there's children, elderly, and babies. How can you even sleep easy at night knowing that you caused bodily harm to a baby? And this scares me because something that I did recently realize, and I'm not ashamed to say it, is just how naive that I am about certain things and how naive I can be about the levels of sickness and hatred that people can carry in their hearts. And perhaps because I have never remotely carried that hatred type of energy, nor has my environment, community, or family carried that type of deep ingrained hatred, I don't understand it and I don't think it's real because in my life, it isn't real. I don't know nobody who would ever do anything like this. You cannot find the biggest dope dealer in the worst project in America that will do some SHIT like this. And so it scares me because it's one thing to read about the evil, racist, scary white people in the movies and in the books and in the magazines, and it's another to be working alongside them in a hospital. And I heard a quote today. I'm gonna leave y'all with this and we're gonna move on. They said white female nurses are what police are to black people. And I said, God damn it. They said white female nurses are what police are to black people. And I said, God damn, that thing right there hit me. And we're not even going to get into the huge disparities in healthcare. I'm going to have either Dr. Jackie or Dr. Frida come back on the show and talk about that when it comes to racism in healthcare. And when they talk about the female maternal mortality rate amongst black women, it all dates or it all boils down to racism at the end of the day. Anyway, let's lighten things up, guys. That was what was going on today. We had to get that up off our chest before we get into some fun, funny topics. Brittish Williams, y'all. Y'all remember her? That hoe trying to get out of jail, but the judge said, hell no, ma'am. British filed an appeal to try to overturn her 4-year prison case. Girl, you don't want to be locked up, but the gag is British. People wanted their money locked up in their account, and they thought it was locked up until you broke into their accounts and spent their money. So I'm going to tell you something, British. Since you so good into breaking into things and pulling things out of, why you just don't break out of jail? Why you just don't break out of jail? And then your boyfriend, Lorenzo Thomas, or former fiance, his ass was down there doing the fraud too. Quiet as it's kept. If you as bad as you said you is, bitch, why you don't do fraud papers for you to be out on parole? Because I'm gonna tell you something, baby. If I let me tell you, if ever I was about that life, baby, I'd be so deep down and entrenched in that fraud, baby. The next thing you know, they'd be showing up to the front of that prison like Orange is the New Black, trying to see Mr. Caputo with some papers. Release papers for Quentin Antoine Latham, inmate 7654321. Baby, I'd have been sashaying my ass out that jail and back onto Basketball Wives so bad with some fraud papers. If you bad as you, see, that's the thing. Y'all be around here frauding. Y'all be around here frauding for Fendi, and you need to be frauding for freedom. Okay? Frauding for Fendi when you need to be somewhere frauding for freedom. Okay? Every bitch that was spending that money with me, I'd have had her ass down on the line on my JPay, on the line, telling her what she need to type on the papers. Baby, I would have frauded me a whole damn law degree. I would have frauded my way the hell up out of jail. You supposed to be smart with it, baby. That's what the hell you get. And I'm going to tell you something. Any bitch that ever went to jail for fraud and your fraud was to buy some clothes, I know you got to feel stupid. You got to be one dumb bitch to go to jail over some clothes. I'm sorry. You got to be one, and I know, because here's a gag. By the time you get out of jail, the shit that you was wearing, that you did fraud for, that stuff is old and dated and ain't even worth it. It ain't like you frauded a house and then you just do your little yang, yang, yang down to the Shawshank. And then when you get out, you still got a house and it make it all worth it. You doing 4 years in prison, finna miss 4 years of your daughter's life. And then you finna come back to a closet full of musty, moldy clothes that moss probably done 8 holes in them. Y'all just be smart. I ain't never gonna get mad with no bitch that fraud for food. I ain't gonna never get mad with no bitch that fraud for shelter. Okay? I ain't gonna be mad with a bitch that fraud for transportation to work. But you frauded for Fendi, but won't fraud for freedom. You ain't even smart. You not smart. You not kind. You not rich. I give you pretty, whatever. You know, you give Megan Thee Stallion mixed with Normani or whatever the case may be. But you got to be one dumb bitch to be in prison over some damn clothes and some bags. In the words of Mama Elsa from the Real Housewives of Miami, these filthy rags. Okay, you in prison over some filthy rags. At least that one time, bitch, when I stole from the job I was working at, I was paying my bills and my family bills with them. Okay, we was frauding for transportation and frauding for a roof over. I was buying clothes with the shit, but still, nevertheless, you got to be more careful in prison over some damn clothes. Y'all, we got something coming out of Florida. Coming out of Florida, y'all, a Sonar team has found a minivan with a Florida woman who was missing for over 10 years in a retention pond. Deputies confirmed the discovery of a minivan belonging to a woman who vanished 10 years ago in Brevard County. Brevard, is that Tampa area? Where is Brevard? Or is that down by Key West area? Kachi Abelia, a mother of 3 and a science professor at Eastern Florida University, left her home in Melbourne. I knew that was, okay, that's Orlando area. Melbourne, Florida, to go to the store, and she never returned. A volunteer group called Sunshine Sonar, which specializes in solving cases using sonar, took the case. They resolved 15 cases in less than 2 years. Sunshine Sonar researched over 30 bodies of water near the spot where Abelia's phone last pinged. Days before Christmas, they found her white Honda Odyssey upside down, sunk in a 24-deep retention pond. The dental remains confirmed the remains belong to the missing woman. So on and so forth. And this is sad. Now, here's the gag. And granted, a lot can happen in 10 years. So I am just going to assume that these houses were not there when this van went into the water. That's the only thing that can make this make sense, is that these homes were not built there yet in order for her van to have ended up in the lake, because the lake is behind people's houses, and if the homes were there, then it would suggest that she had to drive past the side of the house in the backyard and into the lake. And none of that makes sense. But maybe they could use the sonar records to find who is that that's missing. Is it Joey Buttafuoco or is it Jimmy Hoffa that they think the mob probably put in a container of acid? Which one is it, Joey Buttafuoco or Jimmy Hoffa? Whoever it is, hopefully the Sonar people, they say Miss Kenny in the building. What's going on, Miss Kenny? They say she in the building. I mean, in the building. No, she in the lake. Moving right along, guys. I want to go over there to Fox. Lord. Freudian slip. I almost said I want to go over here to Fox Soul. I want to go over here to Fox Sports, because Fox Sports got it all going on, including a little bit of soul. I know y'all have heard this story earlier today. Fox Sports' Joy Taylor trends after she's accused of sleeping with ex-NFL star Emmanuel Aiko and a network exec to advance her career. Allegedly said she'd claim rape if things went left. Now, here is the gag, y'all. For me, For me, and just follow me here. For me, this is not even the story. So if y'all are unaware, the main story is that a hairstylist by the name of Nushin Faraji, she has filed a lawsuit against Fox because Skip Bayless offered her $1.5 million to get her cat, and she dumb as hell because she around here trying to get $1.5 million from the damn court and trying to get it from Fox when she could have just got the $1.5 million from Skip Bayless. I'm sorry, and I'm finna pause for a second before I finish this. $1.5 million is enough money for you to approach me wrong at the workforce. As a matter of fact, if you gonna offend me and try to get some of my Tootsie Cat, you better start the negotiations at $1.5 million. And Skip Bayless understood the assignment. He understood the assignment if he did it. Okay, you should have took it, baby. Just like Brittish Williams should have frauded her paperwork to Freedom and got her Freedom papers, I would have told him, yes, let me get my agent or my attorney on it, and we would have drafted this thing got down to the paper. I would have told that MF I'm only hunching him 3 times, and it needs to all be within a 30-day period so we can get this thing over with, and I need 50% of my money up front when we ratify the contract, and I need the other 50% broken down in thirds to be paid when I enter said hotel room. My agent would have said penthouse suite at the Park de la Meridian or at the W Hotel or anything 5-star or better, private plane to Dubai, and included must be per diem, shopping clothes, a trip to Fendi, Prada, Dolce Gabbana, and I would have got me a little piece of minivan out of that bitch for my kids. Them hoes would have had to go in that lake and get that Honda Odyssey that lady had. He would have had to put me in a Honda Odyssey, bitch. And why a Honda Odyssey, Funky Dineva? A Honda Odyssey, because I need them 3 rows of seats to let down to put all my bags in there from shopping, okay? 1.5, that man old and white. Baby, he would have climbed up in that cat. He would have been finished in 4 minutes, girl. He would have been finished in 4 minutes. And quiet as it's kept, I don't know if Skip Bayless do drugs or not, but when I was down in Miami hanging out down to the bar where the Honda cars be, I made friends with a lot of people from different walks of life. And I made friends with some prostitutes and some strippers. And they told me when they go to sell their puss, that they really don't even have to sell it because all they do is have the John swing them by the dope man house first. And they make they fill the John up with a bunch of cocaine. So his ding-a-ling can't even get hard. And all they have to do is lay there in the bed and talk to him and rub on his nipples and touch on it for a little bit until the hour run up, and then they pack up their shit and leave. That's what the hell I would have did for $1.5 million. Okay? So some of the girls just don't understand the damn assignment. Quiet as it's kept, the judge ought to hold her ass in contempt of court and throw her ass in prison for being dumb. It should be criminal to be this damn dumb. I done told y'all for countless years that pussy is going for less than conch meat, okay? And especially in this economy. Hoes is around here getting $40 to get hunched. And here it is, you had somebody offer you $1.5 million and you got the nerve to complain? One, Phaedra, Portia, Yandy, Quad, all them girls is over there in Dubai. I mean, over there in Africa right now, trying to sell theirs for a diamond tennis bracelet, okay? And trying to sell theirs for a piece of Rolls Royce. And here it is, you had somebody, quiet as it's kept, cut out your agent and your manager. You wouldn't even have to pay the 10% commission. He was finna give you the 1.5 and you passed on it. Baby, that man could have looked like Flavor Flav. That man could have looked like Flavor Flav mixed with Mitch McConnell. If he would have offered me $1.5 million, I would have found the nearest janitorial closet and hiked my skirt up, pulled my panties to the side, and let that man hit me hard from the bike. Okay? Girl, hard as times is out here. Times is hard. Times is hard out here. And I'm sorry. Listen, I don't think it's a woman alive. I'm finna run a test. If it's any woman in my chat right now that would have turned down $1.5 million from any man at her job that wanted some cat, let me put no in the comments right now. I sit back and wait. Watch, we don't have no no's in here. We ain't gonna have a single no. I'm gonna do y'all a step better. I'm gonna do y'all a step better. Not only would they give it to you, they be married. Listen, all my married women out there, if one of your co-workers offered you $1.5 million for a little bit of cat, would you cheat on your husband with that man for that 1 point? Quiet as it's kept, bitch. You better go home and tell him. You better go home and tell him. Because I think any real man gonna tell you to get that bag, bitch. He gonna tell you to get that bag. Any real man gonna say, get that bag. He gonna say, I don't want to know the details. Get that bag. Y'all know damn well y'all husband's gonna say, get that bag. $1.5 million. Anyway, what homegirl said, she said, my husband will be all in. I know that's right. I know that's right. Who wouldn't? Hell. But going back to what I was saying earlier, this isn't even the real story. The real story is the fact that Faraji is suing Skip Bayless and Mr. Dixon for inappropriate stuff in the workplace. As a part of her lawsuit, she just spilling this lady business. All of this came out in this lady lawsuit, but really ain't even who Joy Ford is sleeping with, and her saying that she would lie on him if she got caught. This ain't even got nothing to do with Skip Bayless and Mr. Dixon. Quiet as it's kept. If I was Joy, me and my sisters would have had to go around Faraji's house, and y'all already know what I'm finna say we would have had to do. We would have had to go around there and bam on that bitch door. We would have had to go around there and bam on that bitch door. Just because you don't messed up your bag and then get your $1.5 million, now you want to spread all my tea. You want to spread all my tea in the lawsuit. Oh, somebody said Joy was talking ish to her, so she went and told all Joy business. I don't know. I don't care what Joy said to her. I still think it's a violation of girl code. I still think it's a violation of girl code. Your lawsuit ain't got nothing to do with me. Or stick to the facts. Sue me for talking shit to you, but don't put all my personal business that ain't got nothing to, don't put all my personal business in the lawsuit. Sue me for talking shit. Now, you don't mess it up for every hairstylist and makeup person in the business. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. The hair and makeup people are the most trusted people in the sports and entertainment business. Before you get ready to go on set, they're the person that calm you down, get you right, work with you, work on you. And when you in there on the phone fussing with your significant other, they are the people who are sitting there. They hear the tea and all that type of good stuff. And I'm ordering our pizza for Luther. That was my alarm went off for me to order the pizza. Bam. So it could be getting off while I'm getting off. Nevertheless, I would have ran there and bammed on her door. And now since Joy finna be out of work, she just need to go ask Skip if he still got that 1.5 earmarked for some puss and give him a deep discount and do it for $500,000 because she gonna need it after her ass get blackballed and kicked out the business. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about New York really quickly. Let's talk about New York. So it just went in effect today. New York is implementing a congestion toll or whatever. Now, we've already got something like this in Miami. I'm going to let y'all hear the story, then we're going to talk about it.
The first morning rush hour with congestion pricing. Most vehicles entering Manhattan's busiest areas now have to pay a hefty toll. Other cities also considering doing this. Phil Tate from our New York station, WABC, joins us with more. Good morning to you, Phil.
Good morning, Robin. Congestion pricing is in effect as the tolling program has now debuted here in our city. Drivers entering the central business district will now be charged. I want you all to take a live look at those gantries that are now ticketing drivers. They have been staring at drivers for quite some time now. Now, there was a battle to get the tolling program up and running. Its purpose to reduce traffic in the packed city and help restore the infrastructure to mass transit. Now, opponents of congestion pricing say it's another money grab. Drivers of most passenger cars will pay $9 during peak hours to enter Manhattan south of Central Park, and for off hours, the toll will be $2.25 7 days a week. Now, while congestion pricing is a reality, there are still
Lord, I had the mute on. So I said, let me cut. I was cutting it short because it got pretty lengthy. But I don't know about where y'all live. This is not new. Like in Miami on I-95, they took 2 lanes and made that I forgot the proper name for it, but the express lanes, and you get in them, and you pay anywhere up to $7 going and coming in order to skip traffic. And Miami has gotten so congested, quiet as it's kept, that even the express lanes be full of traffic. So it really ain't even worth it. New York is already expensive as hell, and I'm going to be very honest with you. You know, things like this don't impact people who can pay for it comfortably. And if I was somebody, a business owner or entrepreneur, big time business executive, and I needed to zip in and out of the city, this would not even bother me. I would be happy about it. However, if I was somebody who, was just getting by, this is just one other roadblock chipping away at the money. Now, I did some further research on this earlier, and another part of this initiative is that them trying to push people back to the mass transit infrastructure, so on and so forth. And for the most part, I did think that most people in New York, particularly in the Manhattan area, were public transportation commuters. We will just have to really sit back and see what this would do for New York. I also think, much like we've seen on Traffic Wars, listen, people gonna let you scan their tag and they're gonna worry about them tickets later. Because that's the same thing they do now in Miami and in Florida with their SunPass. Child, please, I got places to get. I don't care that I ain't got no money on my SunPass. Send me a ticket later. I'll worry about it when it's time for me to re-register my tag. That's literally what people gonna do if they have to get some doggone wear. But somebody raised a valid point and says, we do, but the lady got set on fire on the subway. So here's the thing, New York, y'all need to be prepared. If y'all are going to be pushing people back towards the subways, then you need to be pushing, more safety, security, or something or another down to them subways, because the people saying it's not safe and so on and so forth. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know how y'all live in New York. Like, I go to visit, I go for work when I'm going down to the Viacom and the Bravo offices for various things, but New York is just a very acquired taste. But I guess people can say the same thing about Miami, Atlanta, wherever somebody lives. But New York just don't do it for me. It's definitely one of those cities that I said my career may take me there to live one day at some point in my life, and I'll be open to it. But I'm just not a New York. I'm just not a New York kind of person. I'm just not. I like it to visit, but I would never want to live there. Let's see where I want to go. Let's see where I want to go. All right, I'm going to go to a story that's going to make y'all mad. And I promise y'all, I'm not going to go in on y'all black church or y'all white Jesus. But I thought that this story was worth sharing. A pregnant girl had to come before the church and confess her sin. Y'all, this broke me to my core when I watched this earlier today. I'm going to let y'all look at it, and then we are going to have some good discussion about this. Take a look.
Saints.
Stand right in front of the congregation. Yeah, right in front of you. Don't touch that table.
I want to apologize to everybody in here because I am pregnant.
sorry, y'all. And I just hope that y'all all forgive me. And
I assume you repent. Then you never wait later to repent. If you sin, you don't wait no 2, 3. You don't wait till the baby come to repent. You repent now. You just don't do it again. You already know what time it is. But the church praying for you. We ain't gonna condone your sin now. We ain't gonna do that. Ain't no baby showers going on. That's what you lose out at. When you have a baby out of wedlock, ain't no baby showers. And nobody at this church about to attend one.
I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna be honest. It's several things that upset me about this. Let me go ahead with what's at the top of my head right now. So the first thing that upset me truly was the there will be no baby showers, and then the nobody at the church better not attend one either. Why would you strip this young lady of community? This is so outdated. This is so archaic, barbaric, so outdated. Why would you strip her of community? And nobody from the church better go to one either. It's at this point, when a young person that young is pregnant, the baby shower is not even about celebration. It's not even about celebration. It's about community coming together to give this young person who probably don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of the things that she needs for the baby, first and foremost. Secondly, I ain't never had no coochie and I ain't never been pregnant, but I am smart enough to know that nobody needs to be depressed, stressed, or walking around feeling like shame and everything while they're pregnant, while a baby is in utero. The other thing that I did not like is that she stood up in front of the church and she said, I'm just asking y'all for forgiveness. Who the fuck are any of y'all to be? They ain't got a heaven or a hell to put you in. What the hell are you asking them for forgiveness for? You got me effed up if you ever thought I was going to step foot. I'm so angry about this, and I'm going to tell y'all why I'm angry about it, okay? It's triggering for me because I have a member of my family who got pregnant in high school and was treated poorly by her guardian and all throughout the pregnancy. And this is damn near 20 years ago. And that relationship is still fractured. And that mistreatment permanently derailed this person's life. Permanently derailed this person's life. When I look at everything that's going on in this person's life now, I can directly attribute it back to that situation. Not to mention, I have been around teenagers as an adult that have gotten pregnant. And for those of y'all who got pregnant as teens, it is a scary time. It is extremely scary for that teen. They need love, support, encouragement, undergirding, hugs, kisses. The baby is coming. The baby is coming. Be mad. Be disappointed. Go in your private room, cry, cuss, and fight, and then you come back out that room and you put your hands around your goddamn child and you say, this is not what I wanted for you, but it's gonna be all right. God damn it, the baby is coming. It ain't got no choice but to be all right. It ain't got no choice but to be all right. The baby is coming. And I know all of y'all who got pregnant as teens, that y'all can relate to what I'm saying, and you wish that somebody came and put their arms around you and said, you made a mistake, but I got you. I'm going to stand with you side by side and walk you through this thing. I ain't no parent. I ain't never had no kids, and I don't want one. All right. But I am human. And I know that if this situation ever happened to any of my nieces or nephews and other people around me, which it has, okay, which it has, you be a support system. Because the person that I'm talking about in my family that it happened to, I watch my mama step in and say, it's going to be all right. Move in with me. Come over here. They might be mistreating you over there, but you're not going to get mistreated over here. You come over here. That's what my mama did for somebody. And that's who I am. You're too busy worrying about this goddamn religious doctrine and these antiquated ass ways to not realize that that is still a child. And I'm getting upset. So I'm going to go on because I know y'all don't want me going in on y'all church. And I understand this ain't everybody church. And I understand this ain't everybody Christians. You ain't got to tell me all of that. But again, when y'all hear me talk about the church hurt and the reasons why I don't F around with the church and religion, is because it's this type of crap right here is what I grew up under. My grandma was apostolic. So all these old crazy ass, backwards ass ways, this is what I saw growing up. And this why I don't mess with it. I don't mess with it at all. I do not mess with it. And I want to clarify something for y'all, because it was some of y'all when I did my last church rant on the last show, you wanted to get in and start quoting scriptures and telling me I need to find God and God is the only way. So for the 957th time, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I don't believe in the institution of church. That I don't believe in. That's some man-made mess y'all can have. All right. I don't believe in organized religion. That I don't believe in. I very much so believe in God and a higher power. Moving right along, we got one more church story, but this ain't about the church. This about somebody being done wrong in the church. Child, it happened down here in Miami. Baby, the pastor was up there preaching and the police came to arrest his behind in church. In the church. They came to arrest him in the church.
And touch their mind. Everything okay?
Police have entered the building.
Perry, is everything okay there? Is everything okay? Sorry? Come in to speak to you for a second. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll be right back, church. I'm sorry. No worries, no worries. You guys just pray.
So the video gets a little lengthy. Long story short, guys, this Miami pastor and his wife are enthralled in a custody battle. They are enthralled in a custody battle where there were some concerns about him not returning the children on time and potentially taking the children out of the country. And the police were called and the police got involved and came. Listen, I know the police got busy work to do, but I always felt like they need to teach the police how to do customer service. They need to teach the police how to be customer service. In my God honest opinion, because this is a non-violent crime and the man was not going to have an opportunity to flee. I honestly feel like the police should have entered and they should have sat their behinds down in the back like parishioners, and they should have waited until service was over before they got that man. Why y'all got to embarrass people down to their job? And I've got plenty of friends who are police officers who share with me that a lot of things as it relates to them doing their job comes down to their personal discretion. Like, why y'all didn't just wait until the man finished, you know what I'm saying, and then pull him to the side? Why y'all got to embarrass people all to their job and down to the church and what that they said. No excuses said the police don't have time to wait to church over, especially at no black church, huh? Because they probably be waiting for 3 hours. But just, I don't know. Or maybe they could have sent the note through the usher board and been like, we need to speak with him. Can you tell him to wrap it up really quickly? I just don't believe in embarrassing people in public, especially for like non-violent. You know what I'm saying? It's not like murder. There's some old domestic shit between him and his ex-wife. That crap could have waited. It could have waited. Where else I want to go? Oh, this is our last little story, guys. I want to go to T.I. and Tiny. T.I. and Tiny on the line. I want to know how y'all feel about this. So y'all remember T.I. T.I. and Tiny got awarded at $71.4 million in damages for that doll situation. And shortly thereafter was T.I. retired from rap. Not saying that the money or the lawsuit had anything to do with T.I. retiring. It was just, coincidental, or maybe it wasn't. They came around the same time. Nevertheless, a judge has now come back and removed $53.6 million in the punitive damages, dropping the damages total award down to $17.8 million. T.I. net worth, just out of curiosity. Okay, so it says T.I. is worth about 50 million currently. Not that made true or false. So here's the thing. Riot in Rio. Come here. Come here. What y'all doing? Child got a whole damn roll of toilet paper. That's what y'all in there fussing over. Ooh, they got no. Hold on, y'all. I ain't cleaning up all this damn toilet paper. Hold on. Really, y'all keep getting these damn rolls of toilet paper from? Oh. That wasn't toilet paper, y'all. That was one of their Pampers. Just ghetto. See, this why y'all bosses don't want y'all to work from home, because y'all don't be doing work. Okay? You don't be doing work. This is why Elon Musk want everybody ass to go back to the office, because stuff like, I got a whole job broadcasting to the whole United States of the globe and just walking away from my job to go deal with my children. Just ghetto. Nevertheless, forgive me if I'm wrong. Forgive me if I don't have all the information. Forgive me if I'm old and a little bit out of touch. But is it me, or did the $71.4 million that they were awarded in damages initially, did that not register to you guys as too large of a lawsuit off rip? Again, I don't have children, but I looked at those dolls, and those dolls, they didn't get big like the Bratz dolls and all these other dolls. Again, I'm just asking a question here. I don't know the answer. I don't even think them people sold $71 million in the damn dolls. Did they? I may be confused. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out a little later. But did the company even make $71 million in sales off of those damn dolls? It don't feel like they did. Oh, they say yes, the dolls did. Oh, they say yes, they were very popular. Okay, I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know. Okay, I stand corrected. Everybody's in the comments saying they made it. Okay, well then shit. If they made it, then run them people their money. If they made it, then run them people their money. It's just that simple. If y'all made that much money off of somebody's likeness and their image, run them their money. My bad, I stand corrected. Again, I'm a 41-year-old man who doesn't have kids. I had never seen or heard of the dolls. I heard of Bratz dolls and the Barbie and Baby Alive and all this type of stuff. I didn't know they had made that much money. Well, if they made that much money off of using them people likeness, then run them. Oh, they said it's a $4 billion. Oh, run them people their money. Run them people they money. Y'all, oh my God, we had a good time. Listen, don't forget. Game changer. These are game changers. And wait till I talk to y'all about all the other products, especially the Asian serum. Game changer. Go get your silky, soft butter towels. Go to my Instagram page right now. Click the link. You can also go to my Instagram page right now. Click the link for your Quentin Latham collection candles. Oh, I'll go ahead and tell y'all this. Y'all know we're doing the drink mixers. Had a call today with the distributor or whatever. So Stir It Up will be launching really soon. So we can stir it up. We're going to light our candles, stir it up, and have beautiful skin all at the same damn time. And with that being said, I look out tomorrow for Luther Vandross review. And then I've carved out time tomorrow to catch up on Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac. So those will be up tomorrow as well. And then, yeah, as far as somebody asked, do I have a promo code for Buttah? Click the link and find that. How about that? Click the link and find that. Somebody said, Q, the show don't turn into one big old infomer. I got businesses. Let me tell y'all something. When them people send them emails back, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all while I'm waiting on Trina to get in. We're gonna talk. When I had people coming on my show and making more money in sales on one appearance than I make in a month doing the damn show, I said, oh, hell no, ma'am. I said, I'll be damned if I got a platform and hoes coming on here making $40 and $50 and $60,000 with one 10-minute appearance, and I'm sitting up here facilitating. I need to start selling stuff. Quiet as it's kept. I'm selling Phaedra and Portia Puss too. They over there in Africa trying to sell it. Come on over here to Funky Dineva Live and sell it on this platform. Quad, Yandy, Portia, Phaedra. We got people over here that are bad. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, it woke me up. I'm like, Q, you got this platform. Honestly and truthfully, you're an idiot to keep letting people come on a platform that you've built across 14 years and walk off with 10, 20, 30, 40. Somebody walked off with over 6 figures in sales. You are an effing idiot to let somebody come on your platform and walk off with a 6-figure check and you ain't making nothing off of your own platform. But I was always adamant. And if y'all notice, I'm only going to sell things of my own that I actually use that are believable. Y'all know I'm one of the candle girls. Y'all know I drink probably more than I should. So hell, as much as I'm talking about liquor and as much as I'm down to somebody damn bar, I might as well be selling liquor and liquor affiliated products. And y'all know I've always had good skin. I always tried to maintain it. Let me tell y'all one thing about it, bitch. I might not be the finest bitch. I might not be the cutest bitch. All right, I get by. I get by with a little yang. But it's 2 things you ain't gonna take from me, baby. This skin and these teeth. They're done. I love my picture. You ain't gonna take that from me. You ain't gonna take that from me, honey. My ass gonna be in here selling whitening strips next. Okay, they're done. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. I want to thank all 9,600 of y'all that were in the chat this evening tonight, and I can't wait. And be getting closer and closer and closer to what I really want to tell y'all. I can't wait till I'm able to tell y'all. But 2025 gonna be our year. It's gonna be our year. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye.